Hi. Good evening, everybody. Wow. Jeez. How is everybody? Good day, bad day, indifferent day. Let's talk about Saturday. Let's talk about Saturday. Because Saturday is one step closer to Monday, isn't it? Hello, Bob. How are you feeling? I know we had a little chat the other night. Hope you're feeling good. Happy Saturday. And welcome again. It's nice to have a few regulars. Hello, Richard. How are you? Good evening to you. 16 people already. Good. This is working the time, isn't it? I might change the time during the week to 9 though. Because 10 o'clock's a bit late for people during the week. Have to wait and see what's happening. Good man. Hello, John. How are you doing? Jonathan. I may change Sunday to Thursday to 9 p.m. To 9 p.m. If we get enough people, we'll keep going with it, you know. Let me grab my cover. Of course, yeah, take your time. Even Marie, Martin, how are you doing? Nice to see you all. Already got 20 people. That's good, isn't it? I don't know if you followed this for long, but I'm trying to get 100 people. The link I'm going to send. I'm opening this private WhatsApp group. Hello, Ian. Thanks for doing that. What the specific topics? Nice for you to do that. To buy that membership. We appreciate that very, very much. There's no ads on these now, so Senor Sheena John. There's a link in the description of all the videos to my number, and also to a mentoring service I do, one-to-one supporting. So only one payment, it isn't very much, just for the admin side of things. And I'll show you how I did it. It's a bit too much to go into it on a live chat. So for the link, text me on this number. And if you're in the UK or not, but you know this +44 if it's not. Yeah, I'm opening this WhatsApp group. Should be live soon. WhatsApp group. I'm going to send everybody who's so interested the link tonight or tomorrow. Should be up and run very soon. So you can chat to each other. To register. So please just text me on this number. And I've got another number for the group. I put +44 in it because I'm overseas. Because the WhatsApp group would be good, because I think it's going to help you chat amongst yourselves. Where there'll always be somebody on the channel, then you see, because I won't be here all the time. So we'll maybe have somebody there just about 24 hours a day. There'll always be somebody out and about, won't there? Dennis, how are you doing? Martin, hi. So that's the number, WhatsApp group. If you want to join the WhatsApp group, please just send me a text and I'll get your number. As I've been following you for months, follow Northeasterner, or fellow Northeasterner. Living in the Gulf for 20 years, but becoming very aware what stage I'm on at your scale. Yeah, you've got to be very careful. Bob, how do we join the WhatsApp group? Bob, if you send me a text to that number I'll just put in there, 07837205361, or +44 if you're outside the UK, then I'll get your details and I'll put the link in the next couple of days, and you can join the WhatsApp group, because I think it'll be helpful for everybody to talk amongst themselves. There's always going to be somebody, if they'll ask a question. I sat alone for years at night. Right, okay. Are you +44? Are you Ireland, aren't you? Be +44. Is it +44 from Ireland? I'm not sure. Google. I'm sure it's +44. You know. 7. Are you from England? Or just a 078? I've been using it all day. thought it was a shamrock. Yes. All right. Okay. The guys on the island. Hello, Terry. Try those numbers again, Bob. Just to let me know you. I'll get your number. Obviously, you text me. You see. Just start on me 5 minutes. So as many people as possible join the WhatsApp group, because I sat for years alone. I had nobody to speak to. Even when I thought the doctors were no use, I didn't know any fellow alcoholics. I never thought about reaching out to anybody. But there's 13,000 subscribers, and there's probably about between 60 and 100 regular people here, all of whom are intelligent, caring, and helpful people. And when you've got something going over your head, because a lot of alcoholics are overthinkers, when it's going over, hello, Scott Bob, when things go over in your head, you overthink things, it's always at night when you do that. You can't get any help yet. You can't ring the doctor at night. You don't want to ring 999 because it's some thought process going on. What should happen? What should I do tomorrow? So be able to WhatsApp somebody. I mean, I'm quite late anyway, unless I'm with my partner, and I'll be able to answer at some point. There'll be somebody live in that WhatsApp group all the time. I guarantee it. So it'll be like a community. It'll be better than the AA because they're not open all the time, are they? I think you can ring somebody, but this is different because we're all getting to know each other. Do you know what I mean? If you rang the AA at 3 o'clock in the morning, you'd probably get somebody who's on a helpline who maybe can't speak to anybody else. This is all linked, you see. I hope that makes sense. I'm not the most clever person in technology and admin, but I'm not stupid. I think it'll work well, Tony, all right, you've been drinking? Okay, can I do WhatsApp on PC? Don't have a smartphone. I'm sure you can. Yeah, I'm sure you can join it on PC. Just download the WhatsApp, whatever it's called. Download WhatsApp app. Imagine that's what it's called. Ian, I managed 4 nights off this week. Enjoyed it. So yeah, I'm sure you can join by PC. Senior John. Ian, I managed 4 nights off this week. Enjoyed it. A few too many last night at the home. Yeah, I mean I did that as well, mind. Old school, Paul. How you doing? We all have too much, don't we? Oh, thanks, Bob. I'll pick it up there. I'll send the link to everybody who's registered an interest in the WhatsApp group. Have a look at it and see what you think. I think it'll work well. I think this channel itself, this live thing, is going to work much better in winter. It's working well now, to be honest. Winter time is when people get a bit pissed off. You need to have a smartphone, even for PC, because you need the phone number, then the link. Thanks for your breaking. Senior John, if you look at further down, Wave Breaking's comments, he knows what he's talking about. All hail the nine flake. Well, yeah. Funny enough, we had an ice cream. My friend said the other day, had an ice cream. Middle of Durham somewhere. It was really warm. I thought, there's an ice cream van. Probably only 8. It's good, yeah. Just keep it going. If you can cut down a bit, it's good. Ian, but if you had more, Ian said he's had 8 because that's all he's got. But he's getting more. But I don't recommend getting more. When I was drinking, there was no delivery company apart from one dialer drink, and they didn't start at 10 at night, so I was always really anxious in case I was going to be working, Terrible. Yeah, you need to stop up. Yeah, I stopped mad. It's a crazy amount, so I would never ever get drunk. But the anxiety was so bad, really bad. Like I say, there's that link on. I did put the link at the top there. The Buy Me Coffee link. Let's have a look. I'll go up here. I wish I could use this thing, You push this arrow up, don't you? That's it, yeah. Pin message. Okay. I'll pin the coffee link at the top because there's no ads on here. So if you want to pop some in the coffee link, you can. Thanks, Ian, again for that membership. You can drop some in the coffee link or put a super chat in. It doesn't have to be very much. You can do £1 or £2. Not a lot. Michael Moore, evening. How are you doing? Martin, how do you keep strong people, peace, happiness to all. Yorkshire Evan, I cut back 3 days a week from 7. I've been drinking 3 days a week now for months. But 3 days is better than 7, isn't it? I mean, I was full time, as you know. If you're on your beer now, don't beat yourself up. Yeah, exactly. We can be a bit purist on here. I was talking to Leslie today. I don't know if you've seen Leslie on here. She's actually had a liver transplant a while ago. And 17-hour operation. She's in a coma as well. Hats off to her. Oh, she's on later. She lives in Paris, and she's had a hell of a life with the booze. The same as a lot of us have had with hiding it and just being a full-time job. It's not good, is it? It takes over your whole life. But I don't think there's many people at that level yet. I know there's Samara's been. So basically, you've got to watch what you're doing. It's very dangerous substances. It's more dangerous than we think. And you've got to be very, very careful with it. And, when we'll talk about tonight is relapse, because I relapsed after 8 years, and just taking that one drink can take you back to square one. It can kill you. Relapse can kill you. And as I said before, Paul Gascoigne, he always says, don't take the first drink, because that'll take you to destruction. And he's done that a lot. And I did a lot as well, But I was never warned that I was so ill. I was never warned I would get to it. I should have more common sense, really. I just thought, well, I'll be able to manage it. I'm clever than the doctors. I know what I'm doing. Hello, Samantha. I just mentioned yourself there. And I spoke to Leslie, who today on a phone call, who's had a transplant, and he's done a lot of drugs and things, which seems to be all right. 17-hour operation. That's the level this stuff can take it to. I did a video tonight about how many people I saw witness die over my time in hospital. It's quite a few, And I just think, well, you've got to be so careful of it that we have to be aware all the time. That we have to be aware all the time. And it's a question of looking after yourself, using the time you've got now to be healthy again. Because I've just found out today, another lad I used to know, he's got some problem, had a bit of a weight issue, drank too much, and he's also got some problem with his lymph glands now. It's all connected, you see. A lot of these other, offshoot illnesses are caused by the alcohol. And if you've got anything wrong with you, hi Catherine, how are you doing? Hello, beef and chicken. If you've got something wrong with you, alcohol will make it worse. It doesn't make anything any better. So it's a very difficult substance to control, because you don't know how far it's going to take you down, if that makes sense. And that's why you've got to treat it with respect, really, you know what I mean? Tony, I'm being kicked out. No. Hello, Joe. Richard Bruce. Hi, Catherine. So basically, let's look at it with a bit more sort of serious eye, and be, well, not be complacent about it. You've got to be very, very, very careful with it, and you've got to be very careful you don't relapse. And that's part of the reason I've set this WhatsApp group, because a lot of it's accountability. I had nobody to answer to. I lived on my own. I've got a partner now, but I'm not with her all the time. I lived on my own. I was deteriorating. I had nobody. Hello, Mabex. How are you doing? I'm Mabex. I had nobody to speak to about it, and that's why I think maybe doing these at night helps. So if you're feeling that these are useful for you, I'll keep them going. If you want to maybe buy a coffee or drop a super chat in, that helps to keep everything current, and helps me do the research and put these out every night. It takes a bit of time, but I like doing it. If it's helping people, then it's good. But it's got to be quid pro quo sometimes. Hello, everyone. Kevin, see you. 100%. Thanks very much. Even Stephen, everyone. Tony, hi Paul. Richard, I don't have WhatsApp yet. Maybe we'll link it on text. I'm not sure. I'll ask the people I know, my technical team, which is basically my partner and my daughter. I'm pretty hopeless with technology. I'm a little bit older than them, obviously. But there'll be a way to get it on. Get WhatsApp. I'm sure you can just download it. It doesn't cost anything. It's really good WhatsApp, because obviously you can make calls from most countries. Not Turkey once. And I rang my mother on a landline. It cost more for a couple of calls than it did for the whole holiday. That's a crazy price. Yeah, it's a relapse. Has anybody else relapsed a lot? Because I never thought I would after the first one. Had it like a year or so off, and I thought I feel really good. And there was no stress or anything involved, no craving. It was a bit of a. I've always experimented with things and been a bit interested. I wonder what it's like just to have one after maybe the first 2 years I was off. Yeah, thought I'd done really well. I'd done well because I hadn't had a day off the drink for years, and had one or two. Um, and I thought, well, I'll be all right. But I wasn't. For some reason, I felt terrible the next day, even just one or two, and I had to have another drink. I don't think there's any. Well, I don't know. I've never taken any other drugs, but why does it get us back so quick? High gamma levels, which when I had blood tests, yeah, my blood tests were all over the place. Because I had decompensated liver cirrhosis. Everything was affected. The situs fluid and SBP, this was a spontaneous bacterial peritonitis, and a lot of weakness. Berries, don't feel hungry when drinking. The drink makes me bloated. Yeah, that was a certain me. I didn't eat, and in the end, I didn't eat for months. Really, probably, I see my trouble with drinking is that it's woven into every fabric of life. Of course, it is. It's just available, and it's legal, and it's acceptable. And I think during COVID, although I was in hospital all through COVID, I didn't notice it really. People were working from home, so people still work from home, so it's much easier to drink, isn't it? When you're doing this, you could just drink now, a bottle of whiskey, and you call at work at 9 o'clock in the morning, you could be drinking, couldn't you? Hopefully that's not going to happen to anybody. So basically, don't relapse. It's easier said than done. That's why coming on here makes it, because people tell me they've had a few drinks. Well, have a few drinks if you want. It's a personal choice. But at least you're not accountable. You're telling people. I had nobody to speak to. So basically, that's it. You can't relapse. You can't have a commitment. Richard, thanks for 5 days sober. You've got to have a commitment to stay sober. And every time you see a drink, or you fancy a drink, you're going to have this mantra, I will not drink tonight. I want to stay sober. I want to stay sober the rest of my life. Although you should do break it down day by day by day, because it could always come back. But every day that you're off it, you will get more healthy. Every time you take a drink, it's going to take some time off your life, Brando, was the act of drinking. Was it the act of drinking that got you? Did you have? No, it was another guy. All right. I never took any other drugs, but I used to play in a band. It was a school band. I went to do slightly better. We were playing a few gigs and whatnot, just in the northeast. That was my high. The music and women, really, I suppose. And the alcohol was just part of that. And then when I joined the police, there were a lot of seasoned drinkers, and the police older than me. I was quite young, and I'm easily led. And people pleased. I thought I want to be part of this gang, And I was working with the CID and crime squad, and I thought, I've got to have a drink. And when I had a drink, I enjoyed myself. I didn't do it because I didn't like it. The end bit was bad. The last 10 years of it, but the last 20 years, I've only had 4 years on it. Or 5, sorry, between 2014 and 2019. For a lot of time, I've been off it. But I was told by one of the doctors that my damage was done when I was young. There's a bit to tell by the liver. So I said to him, did the 8 years off help me? He said, well, not really, because your damage was done when you were young. So it doesn't matter how far along the process you are. If you keep off it and then relapse again, you're going to be in big trouble. Currently in Spain on holiday, it feels fantastic that I'm not a slave to alcohol. Yes, of course. You'll not feel rough when it's nice and warm. However, alcoholism is rife here. It is mind. When I first got sober, well, one of my sober periods, I went with this woman on holidays. She was trying to buy a house in Spain. I noticed in the information room, what are they called? Information closet things, information points. There was a poster up there in English. It said, you having alcohol problems? Please call this number. And she reckoned because a lot of it, Brits had gone out there to live and retire, and they drank too much. And a few of my mates when I met did that, and they died, drank themselves to death. You drank enough to float the digging, you see. All my family and friends like to drink. Of course, it's cultural, yeah, 100%, yeah. But babe, I said, what worries me the most is my heart. Yeah, that's the problem. Palpitations, high blood pressure, strokes. But does it not slow that down? No, well, my heart used to race. If you want to drop me a coffee link in, please do. There's no ads on here now, or a super chat, so I'd be very good of you. I'd be most grateful for that. If you benefit from this, and if it's helpful for you to do it. Brando, I always thought you were an alcoholic. If you were doing spirits, Steve has proven no, you don't have to drink spirits or wine. You just have to drink beer. Like as I said the other day. Okay, but the thing is with oh, thanks, Richard. Cheers. It's pinned at the top. The thing is with beer, 8 cans of Budweiser, or 8 cans of Stella, sorry, according to the AI lot, anyway, and Google, and some of the doctors, it's the same as over half a bottle of vodka. And I've mentioned before, if you go to somebody's house to watch a football match or for a night out with 8 cans of Stella, nobody's going to bat an eyelid unless you're driving. But, if you just turn up with a taxi with 8 cans of Stella, I think, oh, that was a nice little drink. If you turned up with 3/4 of a bottle of vodka and you plan to drink that, then you're going to think you've got a fucking problem, aren't they? Could be withdrawals, but could be wrong. So, Steve, I had 5 Royal Naval Hospital detoxes that had been thrown out of the Navy if I hadn't been engaged with Navy psychiatrist's daughter, really. Super lucky. Like my fellow submarine, yeah, you were really, really lucky. It's a good comment there from Submariner about being in the Navy. He's done a lot, that guy. Then again, alcohol's stimulating to alcoholics. Yeah, it won't slow your heart down. It'll make your heart go faster and it'll put your blood pressure up. A lot of people that I know at my age, even non-drinkers, have blood pressure tablets, and men and women. So it's been a part of this. It affects women as well. And women actually die, or die in greater numbers because their liver is much smaller and able to cope with things. So you've got to really be careful with this stuff. But I wasn't. I was, I know better than you. I enjoyed it too much. But whether I'd be like that with heroin or not, I don't know. I've never had it, so maybe that's what happened with Alex. And when I spoke to the guys in hospital, the doctors, they said it's just the power of addiction. That's what gets you, the power of addiction. And it's not good for you, is it? Let's be fair. We all know somebody who's suffered through alcohol addiction, and we all know somebody who's maybe died of it, or a family that's had issues with it. If you speak to a lot of people, you find that there's always maybe even a distant family member had some issues with it. And it's not going to go away. Nothing will change unless you change it. That's the problem. You see, all these people turn on themselves, right? Keep doing this because we build a strong group then, and I'll just natter away in the background. It's good that it's working like this because you need to feed off each other and get a strong group going. And if you're all benefiting, then drop a super chat in or a coffee or something just to keep things ticking over and moving along. A few more questions. What's happened there? So I can do questions. Moderation versus sobriety. Can you cut back or do you have to quit? So he's asked, I think that most of you have to quit. Some of you could cut down. But in my history of my drinking is I couldn't cut down. I tried. In my case, I couldn't cut down. And I had to just go with the flow. And eventually got some medication a couple of times. Stopped giving me the medication. I just had to self-medicate with alcohol, which is the worst ever. I relapsed for 1 year, drinking only 1 6-pack a day. Strangely, started feeling weak. It affects people in different ways. Yes, unfortunately, alcohol in our early drinking days felt damn good and seemed to be the magical answer. It did, because we got over it, you see. When you get to Submariner's level of heavy drinking, and mine and Leslie's who had the transplant, you no longer drink because it's a pleasure. You drink because it's a necessity. Because you can't put one foot in front of the other without feeling dizzy or without feeling that you're going to collapse. And that's the issue. You don't. I've done a couple of videos recently about the buzz and chasing the high. You're never going to get the high back. That's gone. That chapter's completely finished. The book's closed on that. The highs have just disappeared. They're not going to come back. And that's the issue, isn't it? Well, I think it is. In my view, I'll never ever get them back. I think for the last few years of my drinking, I was so ill. I never enjoyed even one sip. I couldn't even take it. I used to be sick sometimes in the pubs when I take the first drink. What's all that about? I mean, being sick in a pub because you're taking the first drink. I mean, it's horrendous, isn't it? You know what you go through, or what we go through. You drink to hold off sickness, of course you do. You use it as medication, has hence the expression self-medication, isn't it? You know, it's just horrendous. So you're young. Yeah, there's no debate for me about is there moderation. There isn't moderation. It's not going to happen. You cannot have a moderate alcoholic. It's like saying to the doctor says to you, you've got to just cut down on the heroin. You have to stop heroin. You can't just have one or two, injections a week. You're either full on or you're full. That's the same with alcoholics, isn't it? And that's the same with a lot of other drugs like crack. I mean, there is recreational cannabis and cocaine, but I've never had cocaine. I've had cannabis before, but it didn't do anything for me because I don't smoke. And I've always been a drinker, so the drink's always been the main stimulant. You see what I mean? Duff was the pub in town 10 a.m. this morning. Same old faces stood outside, smoking, looking like death warmed up. Thankfully, that's good, Paul. It's just fantastic. You're not doing it anymore. Same old miserable faces as well. You never see happy alcoholic. I've never seen a miserable sober person. That speaks volumes, doesn't it? Speaks volumes. I hope this is flowing back without the ads. If it is, please feel free to hit the coffee link or drop a super chat in. Doesn't have to be much. Teresa, 300 watts. How was you? All good. Paul got Weatherspoons. Because always Weatherspoons, isn't it? That's why it's cheap, isn't it? I was talking to somebody there. I had Guinness Zero, 263. The pub next door is 550. Same thing. But it's the sort of service you get the sticky tables. I mean, have you ever been to Weatherspoons and the table's been dry and clean? No, because I haven't ever. If I do find one, I'll post on here. And then actually, if you can find one, we'll give you a gold star. Is you allowed to commit some crimes up here? I don't know, Teresa. I don't know. But you might get blocked if you say something stupid. The worst thing is the battle in your head between the ones that want me to quit and the ones who want me to carry on. Very good. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Harry's bar is called Ian and Wigan. Oh, you were right there. It's a funny old game, the alcohol thing. It really is bad. So there's no moderation. Forget about that. You can't moderate it. If you could moderate, you wouldn't be here, would you? Let's be fair. You'd be having like 3 pints of Carlsberg and a chip butty, or whatever you're going to eat. I tried some blasted web page came down with the payment. Oh, don't worry. Put a super chat in, then you can do that. Try that. You can try your best. I know you're trying, Richard. You're a good man. Super chat will do, cheaper super sticker or something. And then you get a little mention. I'll give you a round of applause. Anybody puts a super chat in, well, not a virtual round of applause, but one letter. I don't know why I'm holding this pen. Swapped the wine for beers today and actually managed to get my appetite back. Well done, Joe. I've been speaking to you and you're doing well. Tapering is not easy. No, it really isn't. Ian, let's have a look at him. Remove him. Yeah, we'll get rid of him. He's gone, isn't he? Let's have something else. We'll do something else with him. He's gone. Go to the report. Remove him. Being a twat, I think Teresa's gone. Whatever his name is. Deleted. I bought my young family. I brought my young family to water park in Corfu last summer. I see the British Irish were drinking at 10 in the morning. Crazy. I've been to one all-inclusive. It was madness. Don't get me wrong. I used to. Well, yeah, you do it in the 20s and 30s, but we've moved on from the 1830s, haven't we? Why did you ban that? He was starting to be a bit of a twat. It's not nothing to do with being black. He just was talking nonsense. Bertie's bastard nearly got blocked the other night. But he's sensible now. He banned the only black manager. I don't know what colour people are. My fiance is black, so don't start that bollocks. So you'll be banned. Let's get a review as well. Being a twat. Let's remove you. Gone. Okay. No, this IPN thing is. I just test this chat thing. Why have I 2 knobheads already? Sonic, we're not racist. Yeah, get a grip or something. He's gone anyway. Has he gone? Moxie the Mongoose. Wow, this chat is very racist. Come on. Do you want to go as well? I'll let him go as well. Can't be with that. Yeah, it's Saturday night, isn't it? Maybe they've had a few too many drinks or a bit too much blow. Not called to speak with the pilot drunk in the airplane once. Really? That would be nasty, wouldn't it? Drunken pilots. Well, if I can do it, you can. Or can. Well, Steve says 100%. Once you feel happy and healthy again, you'll be well on your way. Yeah, you don't want to go back. You've got to fall in love with sobriety and hate the drink. It's a bit like when I used to drink, I used to hate being sober. Turn it round, its head. I think it'll be spun round, really. I don't know, Captain Content. So there's always a few idiots. Have you had a fibre scan? No, I had an ultrasound. It's confirmed the damage to the liver. Hi, Catherine. Yes, right. Yeah, I've never had a fibre scan. I think that's to test the elasticity, isn't it? But I was just told that my liver was rough around the edges, basically. I can't remember the word was, and it was smaller than it should have been shrunken. Spooky something. Are you on the RSO list? Don't know what that is. So yeah, I've never had a fibre scan. A mate of mine's got fibrosis. He said that some consultants call it fibrosis, some consultants call it cirrhosis, but I was aware that cirrhosis was worse than fibrosis, but it's pretty much the same. And he had one. How do you fall in love with sobriety, Mulfy? You just get healthy. When you're healthy, you feel better. And when you feel better, you look better. And your mind clears. You see the world in a better light, really. You look like you could use a drink. No, I haven't drunk for years, thankfully. If I drink again, I'll be dead, unfortunately. Is there any vodka counts alcohol? I'd imagine so. Have your tea? How are you doing? Nice to see you. If you're benefiting from these lives, then please drop a super chat. I've pinned the Buy Me a Coffee link at the top because there's no ads anymore. Generally, I just started drinking again. I feel amazing. You might do initially, but it'll catch up with you. See, that's the problem. If you've been off it for a while, even if you've just been off for a few days, then you will actually you just fall back very quickly. I did. Most of the people I spoke to who've relapsed have all gone the same way. No one's been any different, really. I've had such a hard time understanding you. I wish you could, because I always come to listen. I'll need to slow down for Laura. I know it's because I'm from New York. My kids talk very fast too. And the reason I'm talking fast is because I'm reading the comments, if that makes sense. So slow down with the comments and maybe miss a one or two that don't mean anything. Sobriety is like a marriage you have to work at. If you take it for granted, you'll lose everything. Very true. You have to be very careful with it. It's much more dangerous than we think until we get ill. And when you get ill, then you start to research things about you. You start to think about things a bit more. And yeah, I don't beef and chicken. I know about that. I don't know how to set a moderation thing up, to be honest. But I will ask my daughter tomorrow. She's been quite busy today. Yeah, we'll get some moderators in. I don't know how they work, but I will sort it out. Beef and chicken, if you could text me. I don't know if I got your number. So I'm going to open a WhatsApp group. We can sort it out in there. It's actually open, but I just haven't sent the links out yet. Right, beef and chicken, that's the number. But obviously, I don't know what it is, your code from the States. James, can you just calm down a little bit? Right, okay. What was I talking about? Relapsing. Moderation. Right. So what's that? Somebody asked about what happens to your body. Just somebody asked about that. There's lots of questions here. What is the link between anxiety, depression, and alcohol? Well, obviously, alcohol, we drink because we've got anxiety, and then after we've drunk for a few days, anxiety comes back, but much, much stronger. James Lee's been 12 years clean and then just went straight back on it. That's not good. Well, it's the same with me. You know, I did 8 years. I was drinking and went back on it and I was completely knackered after about 10 days, 14 days. Back to square one. Louise, I said, you need to find a routine in your life which takes up your day. 100%, yeah. You've done 10 years, that's good. Louise, well done. If you go look at your subscribers, you can click on them and give them moderation status. What? On the site, you mean? Just on here, you mean? Can't do that, can I? Oh yeah, I'll put you down. Got you. I put can manage block words. Right. What do you want to be managing or moderator? Can manage blocked and words and chat. I would like and also start. Yeah, put down standard. That's good. The moderator can review and remove chat messages and hide or put users in the timeout. Yes. Right. I'll put you down. Anybody else want to be a moderator? Need about 2 or 3, don't we? I don't know how it works, but I'll put you down. Burger Planet. I don't know what season about. Something to do with sheep, I think. Hello, Jack Black. James, I thought you were taking the piss, but guess you're in the drink now. I'm too moderately. That's full of strange people. So, beef and chicken, if you're the moderator, you do something with these bankers. Why have I got so many tickets on? Paul, well done, Liz. That's great to hear. I love this Bible verse. Be alert and of sober mind. Very true. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour. That's about some alcoholism, isn't it? Especially people being sober. And, you know, it always sort of sits on your shoulder, I think, waiting to get you back. Because I must admit, I haven't had any real cravings for it since I've been off. I was so ill when I was off, I could never go back to that. Do you know what I mean? That's the thing. It's really bad. So, report, replace. I'll get rid of him as well. That's about 4 people to get rid of. Hello, Debbie. How are you doing? 10 years, fantastic. Don't trip. I'll put you down. You want to be a moderator? I'll put 2 now. Let's have a look. I've got a lot of idiots, haven't we? Why have I got so many idiots? Actually, right. Moderators. 2 moderators now. What's wrong with these people? Scope Bob is now standard moderator, right? I don't know what's wrong. Okay now. Anyway, we'll have to move on. Just ignore these people. The reason I've got rid of them is because it's putting too many messages on, you know. Next one is, well, yeah, anxiety, depression, alcohol. Anxiety, we drink. Anxiety comes back 10 times worse. And I think I slip into depression. I think because you're basically feeling down about yourself. You don't like yourself anymore. You become completely devoid of reality, and you don't want to be around anybody. I isolated myself really for a long time. Everyone who's envious in here, pity the fools being led by drink. You guys are in control of your own lives. Poor guys. So right on. Yeah, I'll put you down if you want to be a moderator. I'll put a few moderators on here for a bit of a laugh. Not a laugh, it's quite serious, isn't it? To start pissing things about. No mods. I'll put 3 down. Lord, you know, let everyone see the idiot reflection on them alone. Yeah, it doesn't normally happen. Maybe there's word out that this is getting quite a popular, a bit of notoriety, you know. Yeah, there's some loops around, but they've gone now. Don't trip. As channel grows, you will get trolls. Just start. Yeah, I suppose it is. Yeah. AVRT, yes, a lot of boring people say that they need to drink to be interesting. Well, it's so boring drinking. The people I know who drink now, they've got nothing to say. They've got no chat at all. If you want to drop a super chat in, please do. It all helps the channel moving along. Or there's a buy me a coffee link at the top because there aren't any adverts anymore. And that's maybe why we're getting such twats in, isn't it? It does make me laugh though. If you've got nothing better to do, can you imagine how boring life must be? You've got nothing better to do than try and piss people off online. It's very strange, isn't it? I never understand people like that. Jealousy is a very strong emotion, you know. I've had it from members of my family, and it's stronger than love. But leads to a lot of murders, a lot of crime as well. Even just criminal damage. People who, will scratch a car or just be envious. It's a very strong, horrible emotion, especially when things aren't going well for them. And they just they get pissed off themselves and they piss you off. You always do. Bored people are boring people. What's your? I just don't like the way people act. It's amazing how many people who I thought my friends were just idiots in the end, and they became all they were there for was to use you as somebody to speak to, and it was just pathetic. I just think they've just got nothing to do, and that's their lives, and I just don't like them anymore. I'll speak to them because I feel the need to say, look, if you've done what I told you to do, you'd be better off. But they will never change. Limiting your sodium level into the diet. Not so much now, Clem. You've got to watch what you're doing with the diet when you first start to get well. But when your liver function tests come back as normal, you can basically be sensible, eat a moderate, eat a balanced diet. Really, the compensated cirrhosis is managed by me because I'm very fit now. I drink plenty of water. I keep myself trim. I eat well. It's bored people. But most of us do relapse. It's not the end of the world. Just put it down to experience. Yeah, it is to experience. Yeah, a lot of us relapse. People that believe life is boring, well, drink, and in control of their own minds. True. Have you? Yes, Steve, I've recovered. Yeah. I have compassion for those who misbehave when they drink. I did so much of it. Yeah, it's not good, is it? Not too long ago, two drunks arguing over an ex-girlfriend in a pub. I spilled out on the street and one stabbed the other. So one gone, another one life sentence. Yeah, it causes a lot of crime. Most crimes, alcohol related, I hope you're enjoying these lives. If you are, then please drop the super chat in. It doesn't have to be a lot, or hit the buy me a coffee link, because there's no ads on here anymore. It's all up and running well. Tracy, good evening. Maybe I'll teach them some manners, 100%. Yeah. Yes, he knows what he's talking about. Mike, instead of being addicted to a substance, they're addicted to trying to spoil streams. Any sort of positive message. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I do try to ignore them when they're putting loads of comments on. Just be stupid on it. I should talk tomorrow. Lulu, I don't know what that's about. Richard, haven't managed to look up the ebook you published as of yet. It's on the links on the videos. There should be a link on there. It is quite interesting, I'm told. Well, I wrote. Well, actually, my fiance filled it out, and my daughter did the rest of it. I've got my two favourite women on it. Really, haven't managed to look at. All right, low AVRT. So yeah, the depression comes quite quickly, I think, because when you're not well, you get down. You know what I mean? I just think it's just something to be avoided. And if you come off it, it's just staying off it, isn't it? You know what I mean? Stay off it. Let's just concentrate on look after yourself. Don't beat yourself up about relapsing as like someone said. And I just think, well, I'm lucky that I've had the wherewithal and the mindset to come off it. You know what I mean? I just want everybody on here to focus on staying sober and not to lose anybody. That'd be horrendous. Now we're in a bit of a club, aren't we? We all know each other now. So let's keep it close. Let's club together. That's why I'm doing this WhatsApp group. So somebody will be online, I'd imagine, all the time. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a really, really big thing. To have a bit of support, because a lot of us had no support before this, I'd imagine, and we just sat around thinking, Jesus Christ, I'm bored, sick at night. I've got nobody to talk to, nobody to ask a question to. That's the thing that used to get me. Nobody to ask questions to. When you haven't got that, then you're sort of you're isolated totally, aren't you? You can't do anything. Your whole life is just taken up by alcohol and the issues that you got, and it's not a good place to be, is it? It triggers an excuse. Alcoholics drink. Yeah, I need advice. I said, need advice. If you need advice, then I can't do the other one. If you need advice, then you get in the description as part of the videos. And my number's on there, and a link to help, self-help, well, support anyway. Yeah, it's funny for us. They're showing us what Arsenal's like. Yes, fair enough. Hands are shaking. You got withdrawals in. Get onto the links on the videos. Off the WhatsApp group. Okay, and send me the number on this number, and I've got to sort it out. I'll send you all the details in due course. Hopefully over this weekend. If anybody wants to drop a coffee in, please do. I'm keeping these ads free for you. WhatsApp group, Steve Jones. It's called Times a Healer. Yeah, it is. I mean, I was stuck in that for 18 years. Insanity is doing the same thing over and again. Unless you change things, you're not going to change it. I'm having a transferring test done soon to get my license back. Not good back, and society took it away. I just know one, and my depression went through the roof. Help. What help? There is no other help out there, is there? But that's what I'm trying to do it here. And I'm trying to do it via this one-to-one support, which I'm doing as well, which has actually proved very successful. Because I'm talking from the heart. I've been there. I've been at the bottom of everything with alcohol. Carry on. Paul, basically, we are all just wanting to be like everyone else who would enjoy a few pints without ruining everything. The fact is, we can't. That's exactly it. This is why we relapse. We relapse because, as Paul said, we want to be part of the normal run of the mill. No one wants to be like too tall, too small, too fat, too thin. We want to fit in generally, don't we? And that's the thing. I'm still in safe. Good, Bob. I've been on WhatsApp group for fans of a niche UK comedy series, half of whom seem to drink too much, but they are great. Sometimes it's easier to talk to strangers and friends. Well, yeah, because you can be open. We're not strangers anymore, but I know what you're saying. You can't talk openly. Every day is like Groundhog Day. It is the same old shite every day, isn't it? But it gets worse. It really does get worse. And you can't think about it. You know, so it's a nasty, nasty thing. Bertie, I think Bertie's okay. Nice to see you, Bob. There was another. I know where Luke is. Luke seems to have disappeared from the face of the earth, doesn't he? Let's have a look. Okay, my family's done with me. That's the thing. Your family gives up. I must admit, I wouldn't give up on my daughter, mind. My parents must gave up a little bit on me, I think. My parents were a bit embarrassed pretending to meet the doctors. I would carry my daughter to the doctors if there's something wrong with her, whether it be alcohol, drugs, or otherwise. Because I'm more aware. I think we're more aware these days. I think I'm aware because I've been through it all and had a very tough job in the police and that sort of thing. I think you all the people on here are aware as well because we know what's going on. Which Luke has asked you. The guy just called Luke. He was on the other night. He's been on every night since we started about 2 weeks ago, apart from last night and tonight. Don't know what's happened to him. So he's just sort of disappeared off the face of the earth, hasn't he? Yeah. And yes, I just think I hope he's all right. I don't think I've got his number anymore. I need to get somebody to speak to him. I don't know if anybody been in contact with him. I might have his number. Let me just check. So yeah, depression, that was bad for me. It happens to a lot of people. We're all overthinkers, we're all caring people, and that makes us worse. With this sort of thing, we struggle to say no to people. We want to be part of the bigger group, so we go along with the flow. It was very... No, I think it was Luke had a different... Have you just changed it? Did you have a little black and white logo on your thing? You're from Kent. I was that the guy from Spain. Yes, I was wondering where Luke is. Leslie, good evening. Hi. Nice to speak to you earlier. I mentioned on here a little bit that he had his transplant. It took 17 hours. I mean, that's incredible. Isn't it? Round of applause for Leslie. Well done. I mean, horrific, that operation, really, isn't it? To go through all of that and to survive is even better. You know, you got your whole life ahead of you again, so you'll be fine. Just cut off the booze is the thing, isn't it? We can't go back. Those of us who've been to Leslie's level, or even less than that, we can't go back. We just got to concentrate on it, and every day being a good day. And when you've been ill, you do feel great when you wake up because I'm here. You know what I'm saying? It's good, Bob. I remember today. Okay, I had a friend ask me to put my sobriety on hold when she comes to visit. I read that, yeah. It opened up the craving. I avoided the store for fear of buying fuss. No, forget about these people who come along and say you should have a drink. You've got to look after yourself. These people float off into the future and you never see them again, or they'll have their own lives. Stop people pleasing. There's only one. Never one ending. Always remember that. Yeah, and that's down, isn't it? Only one way. It's always down, never up. I hope you're benefiting from this, and I'll say it again. If you want to drop a super chat in, please, it'll help the channel, or hit the buy me a coffee link. And it's very generous support, which I appreciate a lot, and it keeps things going. And we'll get the WhatsApp group going. Let's try and get some money together to open, or at least have a meeting later on in the year, or even early next year in January, with what I hope is 100 core members. So, Ed, to those who have put as moderators, can you get rid of the diggers if that's what you're there for? I've never done this before, and I don't really know what I'm doing. So people will know more than me about this moderation thing. I don't even know whether it'd be listed, to be honest. But you know who you are. Foster's good call, not buying that. No, she never saw me in my cups. Susie girl, hi. Just found this popped up on my screen. I'm 11 years, so best gift I've ever given myself, and for the good of all. It's just regular things. Yes, Susie, it's I do it every night, 10 o'clock weekends. I think I might do 9 o'clock during the week. But if you have a look at the channel, I'm going to start a WhatsApp group as well. Where are you based, Susie? I'm going to give you the international number. If you text me on this number, I'll send you the details about a WhatsApp group, which I'm going to open up very, very soon. Obviously, 08737 if you are Cheshire. Okay, that's just normal number. Yeah, my daughter's down that way, near West Manchester. I spotted the knobs earlier. Yeah, there's a few, wasn't there? I wonder where they came from. We've got 3 moderators now, I think. And that's going to be good. I think Paul, I can't remember who the other ones are now. There's a lot of them came on very quick. I don't know if we got diverted from another channel or something. Let's just see if you have to have walked the walk to speak. Very few people understand why an alcoholic could continue drinking after shaking, vomiting, injuring yourself. Yeah, it's harming yourself and you go back into it. I didn't go to stag do or wedding invite all day today, so it could have been very poorly. I didn't go. Well, it's good you didn't go. We can't go. It's a bit like saying, if you're only 5'9", you want to be 6'3", you can't do it. It's impossible. I can't drink again. It's impossible. Okay? I don't want to drink. I've got no desire to drink. I never drank for cravings. I drank out of emotional reasons a couple of times, especially the one I did in 2014. Absolutely horrendous. It was really bad. I never want to go there again. So far tonight we have 0 coffees and 0 super chats. So who wants to be the first to put something in to the pot? Might not get anything because we've got all the haters, haven't we? Well, we haven't got them now. They're gone. Foreign Lager Expo. I used to drink a lot of Peroni and stuff, the premium beers. I couldn't drink that Foster stuff. Jesus. The thing is, with moderators, they could ban the wrong people. I think the moderators will be all right. There's only going to be a few idiots come up, They can always make another profile and come back, couldn't they? See, when you start your live stream, change it to subscribers only mode. We'll keep Charles. Oh, that's a good idea. Right. You see? Beef and chicken. She's a moderator. Is that little spanner thing? Does that mean you're a moderator? Right. I know you are not. Right. Well, thanks to all the moderators so far. So we'll put it on subscribers only. I thought it meant subscribers to live, but it must be the subscribers to YouTube. Right. So where do the dickheads come from if they're not alerted about this, if that makes sense? Because only subscribers would be alerted, wouldn't they? Freedom of speech. What can you do? But I've got. Yeah, but being racist and silly. Steve moderation, moderation. Just like the drink, like too many chefs spoil. Yeah, true. Easy better. Good point. I'm lying in bed drinking my second bottle of vodka. That's not good, William. William, go on the description of my last video. There's a link there to Beacon's one-to-one support, or just text me on the number that's in there. Right? Straight away. Forget about having any more vodka. You'll kill yourself, man. Fucking hell. Why is vodka the drink of choice? I never drank spirits. Everybody I've spoken to, everybody I've helped, not everybody, 60 to 70% of people I've helped with a one-to-one moderate to get off the drink, right? They've all turned to vodka. Why? There's so many other drinks on there. Press William, definitely. You know, people still drink a seed might be planted. True. Yeah. That's not good if you're drinking too. William, you're a new one here, so get onto that description and send me a text at least. If you're interested in the WhatsApp group, I know a lot of you have already shown an interest, then please text this number. Obviously, it's +44 if you're outside the UK. Nobody's going to ban you, Bertie. You'd be fine. Stephen, if you drank the hard stuff, you wouldn't have made it. Yeah, maybe not. Mind you, as I said before, it's still got. Can I get a discount code for the book? It's $5.99. So if you need a discount code for that, we're struggling a bit, aren't we, really? It's £5.99, not £5.99. But I don't think it's a discount code, no. I will do one next time because I'll do like a bigger book. If that makes sense. It just helps people keep off the drink, you know. Yeah, so it's bad, but bad is they going on the road of depression. What it means to be sober, curious. Don't know about that one. How does quitting alcohol improve your mental health? 100%. My mental health went right down. Let's just see what someone said. I found drinking vodka was the easiest on the palate. Really, the stomach, especially with orange juice. Well, there you go. I never tried it. I did experiment with vodka when I was a teenager. I thought this is like drinking. To me, it smelled like perfume. So I never drank spirits. I tried wine once. What I thought was wine. I was in Spain on holiday with my ex-wife in my 20s, and that turned out to be a bottle of sherry. So I thought I'd leave that alone, just get back on the beer. The Northeast was very much a beer drinking place, you know. Workmen's clubs, miners' clubs, all that sort of thing. You know, that's just the way it went, really, you know. It wasn't anything to do with it. I didn't have any desire to drink. Well, I'm surprised how many men do drink wine, you know what I mean? Surprised, isn't it? Right, what is alcohol recovery, really? Well, it's basically getting off the beer, isn't it? Or the vodka, whatever you're drinking, and recovering at whatever rate you can. Yeah, I never used a glass, straight out of the bottle. Wow. Rachel, good evening, Rachel. Everyone, William, it's the first step you're on. Get a big pound of water. Yeah, good idea. Water it down. Do something. You can't be drinking vodka like that. You'll be gone too quick. Especially if you're not eating. You've got other problems. So, drink too much when you bear. I've got just text her. If you want to join the WhatsApp group, like I say, my number's on here. I'll put it on again. If you want to donate to the channel, please hit the super chat if you're benefiting from these or you're enjoying them. You want to keep them going. I mean, does it benefit you? I hope so. You don't come across a copper your journey has made you. So, well, what have coppers come across them like? My dad was a very placid man. He was a good policeman. You know, you see police on duty, you've got to have a different sort of. You at work, you know, you've got to have a different persona, as it were. Often in uniform, even when I was in plain clothes, you're dealing with a lot of idiots sometimes, and you have to be a little bit more terse and objective. You can't relax, really. But I know what you're saying. Yeah, William, try and text me. The vodka's not good. Yeah, William, you'll be right. We'll hear tomorrow. You got my number, hopefully off the description or a link, and then we'll get you some help somehow. There's lots of people on here who will help you. There's a lot of people on here who've got a lot more knowledge than I have, to be fair. But you can't be going on like that for very long because it's not good. Any ideas on how to get this group up to 100? Because it's between 50 and 60 now. Hello, Anne. How are you doing? Tomorrow's another day. Fresh start. Good point. It is harder when you're at the bottom, isn't it? When people say that. I mean, I've never had anybody like this to say it to me, but you know, it's not easy. It's not an easy thing to get off. I cannot predict my behaviour after the first drink. I've tried 1,000 different controls. Yeah, you've got to have this. Got to have this in your head. I want to stop. I'm going to stop. When I'm off, I can't go back on it. As Honest Mickey said, he's put a lot in the comments. Yeah, he's only been on here once. Play the tape forward. You pick your first drink up and you think, well, this is all right. Hello, Shane. How are you doing? This is okay. But where's this drink going to take me? And fast forward to the worst you've ever felt. Or reverse it to the best you've ever felt. Because I feel better than I've ever done. And yeah, 100%. People make an effort to reach out. At least you're admitting you've got a problem if you're on here. That starts a chain reaction. I agree. William, I wish you the best. Good night. Snap yourself out of it tomorrow. Good point. Rewiring my brain. That's what you got to do. Rewire your brain. If you want to drop a super chat in because you're enjoying these videos or they're helping you, the videos, lives, or they're helping you, then please do so. It doesn't have to be a lot. Or you can always go to the top where the coffee link is pinned and try that. Aviator, you need to build up your awareness around the addiction. You have no opponent. You have an opponent. That's the first thought. Step away from it and shut it down. Yeah, you've got to try and cut it down quickly, haven't you? The thought of going back on it. Flaming more. Let's see. Just say this text. Yeah, you've got to really dig deep with this. But when you get to the point of being sober, you've got light at the end of the tunnel, and you just got to keep off it. There's no written textbook and give them a drink. We all have to struggle through a never-ending mindful. Yeah, it's very true. It's just a lifelong battle, isn't it? Especially if you get cravings. I mean, fortunately, I don't now, which is a godsend. If I got cravings, I'd be completely done, you know. I hope you're enjoying these. I'll keep them ad-free for the moment and keep it flowing. But I'd like to get some ideas how we get more people on it. I know that I hope everyone has pressed the bell so they get notification of these lives, because if I'm coming out every night, it's quite a bit of work. I don't want people to miss them, you know. Go for a walk, that's a good idea. Get into nature. Just change your habit. The problem with the drinking for me was people say, well, how did you become an alcoholic? I went from casual drinker to habit drinker very quick. You know, there's normally stages, but it wasn't me. The social drinking, moderate. There's no moderation. It was just went from social to heavy. So I think there's 5 stages. I've said there's social, moderate, heavy. Heavy when you're having issues, causing you problems, and then you've got the stage 5, which is when you really fall off the edge of the cliff, you know. And then you knock it then. Hello, Bernadette. Thanks very much for that. Been so 2.5 years. That's great. It's not about having loads of people on these. That's true, Ian. That's true. It's just 100 seems a good number, isn't it? Any attention, good. That's true. Very progressive illness. It is, yeah. Alcoholism is very progressive illness. You can only stop it. You can manage it by not having any drink. Most of us are chasing dopamine. Yeah, the first few drinks give you that artificial buzz, wears off very quickly, and the horrible depression, anxiety. Yeah, it comes back. It comes back quickly as well, doesn't it? Bertie, 42, never had a normal adult life. I've had jobs and lost them all because of it. Yeah, people lose jobs, people lose their lives, people lose their families, everything, don't they? You know, got to keep focused. Yes, Mitch, it's not about having 100. A lot of people having the right people. We've got the right people, number. It's nice to invite other people as well, just to get more opinions, more thoughts, and more deeper insight, really, you know. And you into whether we're drinking or not. Mindset's very important. On that's the main road to recovery. How you see things. You got to realize your life is going to change. And it's got to change for you turn this around. Because if you don't turn it around, it's going to come and get you. We're just talking to somebody now. I've just found out another guy in a pub. He's in his 40s. He's been taken to hospital. And he was vastly overweight. Didn't do much work. And he's in the hospital. And I could see it happening in front of me over the last 2 or 3 years. And I could see other people. There's a table, about 6 of them. And I said last Christmas, I wonder who'll still be here this Christmas. One's died. The other has had a heart attack. And then broke his hip and got sepsis. And there's other guy who's not on the same table is now in hospital. So, or maybe there'll be 2 gone by Christmas on the original table. That's the 3rd in 12 months. See, I'm now able to strongly remember how drink will make me feel the next day or so days. It overrides the want to drink. That's it, yeah. You've got to play the tape forward. Got to look the next day how ill you're going to be. I really have cravings now, but I don't take sobriety for granted. The thought of ever being pissed again terrified me. 4 decades wasted. That's the problem. Don't take it for granted. Because it will come up and bite you again, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I just think it's Frank Foley, £20, €20. That's amazing. Thanks very much for that donation. Really, really good of you. Appreciate that. Thanks very much. Thank you very much. Really, really appreciate that. It goes a long way to helping the channel and keep things taking over and make it keep going. I'm just going to put a little prime there. Let's look after each other, please, on here. And be here for each other. That's what I want. When I get this WhatsApp group, it's going to be amazing because there'll be somebody to talk to. The long, lonely nights were the thing that really did me in, you know. I used to hate the night times. The days were bad, but the night times were worse. You know what I mean? I just don't want you to be sitting there thinking, I've got nobody to talk to when I go off here. Because that's when I felt really depressed, you know what I mean? It wasn't good. It really wasn't good. I just don't want to lose anybody. I'd hate one of us to relapse. It was really bad. Thanks again, Frank, for that donation. Round of applause for Frank. It really makes a difference to keeping this channel going. Have a little bit of funding. Because, you know, put the videos out free and stuff like that, but it takes a bit of time, takes a bit of research, and it takes, obviously, efforts from you as well to come on here, which is good. And it's nice to get a little bit back sometimes. Okay, so where are we at? How to prepare? This is a strange question. How do you prepare for alcohol withdrawal? You can't really prepare for alcohol withdrawal, can you? Because you don't know what's going to hit you. I mean, if you're heavy to sort of extreme drinker, then you have to be aware that you might need some medical assistance. You've got to go to the doctors and push it, you know. You've got to be aware of what's going to happen if you just stop. Because you can't do it. You've got to really that's why the doctors tell you to taper off, you know what I mean? That's the problem, isn't it? That's the problem. You have to just be aware but not rush it. I think Samara will back me on that. Yeah, I've got that, Samara. Moderation should be the first to thank donations. Okay, I understand that. Like I said, I don't know how this works, 100%. I'll get there though. 2.5 years ago, I was on the verge of losing my wife home job. Since stopping drinking, I've had promotions in work. Me and my wife are closer than ever. I work out every day. See, what a turnaround. Thanks, Paul. Looking back, I think the fuck was I doing? Yeah, it is a very serious thing, this, isn't it? You've got to be really, really careful with it all, and you have to be mindful of it and come back all the time. But anybody who's completely sober now will endorse this. There's nothing better than feeling good, feeling sober again, is it? Because you cannot replace I can't replace how I feel now with a drink, with anything, because my body's completely cleansed, apart from thoughts. That's just a bit of a sad thing to say, but you know what I mean. And once it's cleansed, why do you want to poison it again? Why do you want to fuck it all up? Mess your blood up, mess your heart up? Because a lot of people focus on this. Because I had liver problems, a lot of people are focusing on the liver, right? It's not just the liver. The pancreas can kill. Pancreatitis can kill you. Strokes and heart attacks are caused from alcohol. Cancers are caused from alcohol. Suicides are caused from alcohol. Accidents, drink drivers who crash into people, all this sort of thing. You know what I mean? And it's not a good place to be, is it? It's you've got to be mindful of all the other things and knock-on effects of it. The productivity in your life, the women or men, the relationships that falter, the children that are affected, the parents that are affected, the friends that are affected, the potential promotions you miss out on, the potential opportunities, the travel you miss out on, the amount of hours you spend in bed recovering. It's absolutely horrific, isn't it, when you look back? How much do you think you spent? I reckon I spent hundreds of thousands of pounds. I could have bought a small apartment in London now on what I spent. If I'd invested it. If I had, if you add up what you spend from the age of 20, absolutely incredible. 63 people on here, that's fantastic. 63 people on here. If you could keep that number in mind, 63, let's be 63. It's good for a Saturday night, that. 11:15. Well done, everybody. Well done to Frank for that amazing donation. If you want to drop a super chat in because you're enjoying this or benefiting you, then please do. Someone just bought a coffee as well. That's fantastic. Thanks very much for whoever bought the coffee. You don't need to identify yourself, but appreciate that. Every little helps in this. Makes such a difference to keep everything going, and we'll keep going until we'll crack this and everyone's sober. So I appreciate that, Frank. I appreciate that coffee. Excellent, thank you. Bernadette Green, have you got the number? I'll put the number again. If we get the WhatsApp, I want the WhatsApp by tomorrow, or at least Monday. I'll get into my door. It can be a bit awkward, so even though I'm going to give her a couple of quid, or buy her a better present, or buy the baby something. It's funny when you want help, isn't it? You give lots of help out when you go on the back, it's still good. Got out of absolute agony. What do? Once you finish it, if you had to bad days or part of being sober, if it was easier, one would be exactly give them the drink. Yeah, mind you, somewhere on that one, I do know some people enjoy it too much and don't want to be sober. Well, they're giving up maybe. The NHS is on its knees, 100%, Andrew. Funding for mental health care and rehab are almost non-existent, and has been for years. Yeah, I agree with that. I totally agree. There is some. I've got a call from Sky News about doing something hopefully in the future. There is this British Medical Journal come out about how alcoholics, only 1% of alcoholics get any help first point of contact, where 17 to 22% drug addicts get help. But so all drugs, alcohol's the same. It's a drug, isn't it? But because it's alcohol and it's so widespread that the help you get is very minimal. Sorry, at an early stage. It's not easy to go up notice, but it's worth it. It is worth it. I wouldn't want anybody to suffer the 5 years that I had. Actually horrendous. The ankles is that edema. Rachel, my goodness, in Belfast, the cheapest bottle of wine, the bar is £25. Still go out with friends in the zeros. They spend over £100 each on a night out. Crack, isn't it? Well, I was in Dublin with my partner 3 weeks ago for a wedding. Very expensive in Dublin. I don't know what's going on in Ireland. There's not much there. It was a great place with loads of litter and expensive bars. Try to get in touch with Talk TV, Ron Scott. Talk TV. Okay, is that a... No, I've maybe heard of that. I've never watched it. Gout Steve. Oh, yeah, not good, is it? It's unbelievable. A thousand we spent waste on drink. Last fortnight, I spent £3 on 2 bottles of Vimto. That's much better, isn't it? Yeah, Dublin prices. What's going on in Dublin? I got 0% Guinness, man, which is good. It wasn't too bad. It was quite nice, but it was just an expensive place. Like a little bit of shopping was like 30 quid. We got the hotel, got a few snacks and a couple of bottles of 0%. It was very expensive. Dublin was mental 20 years ago. Vimto haven't drank that in ages. Right, didn't know that. Actually, funny enough, I had Vimto on Thursday. Isn't that weird? Belfast is far superior. It would be because you live there, isn't it? Remember the old drinks? Oh, well, yeah, Iron Brew was one, wasn't it? Cream soda, Bovril crisps. William on a course in Finland, £13 a pint. Jesus. Well, it's an expensive drink, isn't it? Birdie goes, I can't even walk to the bog without help with the gout. Yeah, I've heard gout can be painful. I did have a little touch of it years ago. I was more open because of something else, wouldn't do with drink. I got about 25 pints of Guinness in Dublin 20 years ago when I was in my early 20s. Good lad. Did good because that's about my intake. Not many people can drink as much as that. No wonder we're in the ship drinking 20 pints. If you can't afford to go private, it's a hard road. My brother had 2 stints in rehab for 1 week at a time followed by 0 aftercare. He died in 2018. He's 41, prolonged and a horrible death. Horrendous, isn't it? You see the stories come out now. People are dying in the 40s, the 30s. It's not good. It's not good at all. I hope I hope these live streams are helping you all. They're certainly helping a lot of people. I've got some good positive feedback. If they are, then please feel free to drop a super chat like Frank and or a coffee, just to give us a bit of a boost. Really makes keep the channel current is the main thing, isn't it? And driver, what coffee? Oh, thanks very much, Anne. Appreciate that. I appreciate it so much, that I'll keep going with this because I don't want to lose traction with it. If that makes sense. Thanks, Sam. Appreciate it. No, being fresh, having a coffee on a Sunday morning is so satisfying. Knowing 90% of the population is completely over. Right now, that's a good point. Thanks again for the coffees. And thanks very much for your massive donation there, Frank. Really appreciate it. Having a cup of coffee. I could never have a cup of coffee. I would just regurgitate when I was drinking. It's a very good point he's made there. Now, being fresh, having a coffee on a Sunday morning is so satisfying knowing 98% of the population is completely hungover. Because I mentioned the other day, forget about these people so you don't drink, you're a dickhead, right? What you got to remember is you're now the exclusive minority. You're going to look better, feel better, be better, afford better clothes, get a better car, put some money in the bank, have some money in your pocket, because life's getting hard now, this recession. Be in a position to maybe go for that promotion, get another job, start a business, whatever you want to do. The people who are drinking can do FO. You have now got the ability to do whatever you want, within reason, of course. I don't think rehab helps. No, I agree. Isolation from drugs just takes away from the drugs, isn't it? I've never done rehab, couldn't afford it. I never got offered it. Were you real ale man? I did try some real ale once or twice in Somerset when I was very young. What was success, but lager mainly and Guinness at the end. You got to be able to go abroad and holiday and not feeling being around drink. Yeah, enjoy those cultures and without ruining the nice fresh days in the morning. Have a nice breakfast. It's great, isn't it? I go out for Cascale. Yeah, a lot of people drink that. Rachel, best feeling in the world, waking up fresh, especially on holiday, isn't it, Frank? You're welcome, Steve. Your channel helps a lot. Thanks very much, Frank. I really appreciate that. You don't know how much. Paul, rehab, or just a business, Mary, right? Of course it is. It's got a massive failure rate, I'm supporting a guy at the moment on a one-to-one basis. He's quite local to me. He can't get out of the house. He's only 50 odd, very wealthy. He spent 18 grand on rehab recently, and within 7 hours returning home, he was on a bottle of vodka. Aftercare, no aftercare, is somewhere around here. It's a long way to it's a long way to content. Surprise. Have you seen your doctor about pick me up? Maybe someone on your presence to increase your endorphins. All right. Right. Dublin's a good place. What's that? Fantastic restaurants? Maybe. I didn't find that good. I thought it was a bit. I was expecting to be much more sort of scenic and whatnot. Like a little bit like well, I'm used to London, aren't I? I wouldn't expect it to be got this full of litter and that sort of thing, really. I went through every drink available from my teens to 41. Couldn't stand the taste of any of it, and then was just drinking for the effect. Maybe that's why people drink lager then. Because, not lager, vodka. Just to get the hit sort of thing, you know? I think I sent you a coffee, but it was a pain. Oh, thanks, mate. That'll come through as someone. Thanks very much. I appreciate that. I appreciate all these donations. It makes a big difference to me being able to come forward or go forward with this and do some more research, buy some better equipment, that sort of thing. It does take a bit of time, but I'm sort of using it as a bit of a hobby now. Well, not a hobby, it was a hobby. Now it's becoming quite a structured sort of timetable thing, if that makes sense. So it takes a bit of work. Going to Morocco for holidays is much easier. There are thousands of medical bills, all drinking. Somebody said that Gaza spent £3 million on rehab. That seems a colossal amount of money. £3 million. And he's still not any better, is he really? Saying if I was doing a litre of vodka a day, pouring it in a pint glass with lemonade. Funny, I met a woman on a plane once who was doing that. I saw her at a resort with her husband. Pints of vodka lemonade. Jesus Christ. Gary, good evening, sister. How you doing? Nice to see you, Gary. Doing great work as usual. Keep fighting, everyone, and God bless you all. Thanks, Gary. Very positive message there. Gary, he's been a supporter for a long time. Bertie, back. How are we doing, Bertie? Don't need antidepressants, just need to stop drinking. Well, exactly. Because alcohol causes depression, doesn't it? It's a depressing drug, isn't it? That's the thing. You know, it doesn't make you feel good when you get older. I've got a friend who's a doctor, right? And he said to me, he doesn't normally, I'm talking about men here, he doesn't normally see many men under 40 on a regular basis. When they get to 40, they're in there. They've got depression, they've got medical issues, most of them smoke, they've got domestic issues, and nearly all of them have got massive drink problems. Not to the point where they're super ill like I was, but they're drinking too much. They're taking time off work. They're not being productive. They're losing interest in their families. They can't be artists in CBA. Can't be bothered with life, you know. And he says to most of them, he used to say to most of them, basically, cut down the booze. You won't have to do as much overtime. You won't be as stressed. You know, that sort of thing. You know, thanks for the moderation. What you're doing there, Paul. You don't know. Bertie, yeah, you're right there, Bertie. You don't need antidepressants. You need to just stop drinking. The world would be a lot better if everyone would just toughen up and smart enough, wouldn't it? Instead of whinging on about things. And, you know, do something for yourself. You know, support yourself and get yourself off it. It's not like having a major. I saw a woman tonight in Asda. She's 70. She's to me, she always looked old. I said, "How are you doing?" Usually, when you have a bit chat with the people, oh, that's so good. What's wrong? She's got to have open heart surgery. That's a massive thing. All we have to do here is not to have a drink. In real terms, it's not that difficult, is it? You know what I'm saying? You just don't. You just can't drink. That's it. And there's no. It's not that difficult, is it? When you look at it like that. Thanks very much for that comment there. I'll just it's a bit personal. Right, let me just answer this chap who's done a bit of bother. Let me just do this. Because someone's got the odd message through. Within 2 seconds. So anybody who wants to join this WhatsApp group, let me know. The number's on now. I'll stick it up again. Let me just put a number. Yeah, some antidepressants won't work when you're drinking. That's very true. I'll put the number on here. If anybody is from outside the UK, that's +44. Isn't it? Yeah, that's right. Well, yeah, it's a depressing drug, isn't it? So it's going to make it worse. That's no, not that I exercise or skip. If you can skip, you're fit. Really fit. Really fit. You know what I'm saying? I'll go to the gym now and I do a bit. It's hard to go there sometimes because I just don't feel like going. But once you go, you feel a lot better. Don't you? You do come out and think, I've actually achieved something. And you won't probably have a bag of chips after. I've got a mate who's on blood pressure tablets. He drinks far too much. He makes me laugh. He said, I go for a walk every day for miles. I said, what do you do after that? He said, I calls into Greg's and get 2 bacon sandwiches. And it makes me laugh. I tried to have a bet with him. He wouldn't be able to stay sober for a year. He said, oh, I can. 100 quid. His wife went mental with him. Matthew, thanks very much for that donation. Super chats again. Excellent. Thank you so much. Matthew Justin, have you ever been an angry drunk fighter? Please. No, I was a policeman. So I've seen plenty of that. My wife was the angry person in my family. Ex-wife. Cheers, Matthew, for that. That's true. It's hard to skip if you're not. Oh, Catherine, it's impossible to skip if you're not super fit. My partner was super fit and she skips, and I think, Jesus Christ, I can't even get my feet off the ground. Although I'm a little bit older, but I don't look it, especially in a good light. Thanks, Beef, for checking. These moderators are working quite well. It's nice to have a bit of help. Boxers skip, exactly. They're super fit on the hardest fucking nails. The birds, the girls. My partner's always saying, stop saying birds. The men and women that skip at my gym are gladiators in Lycra. They're super fit. I wish I had a skip. I couldn't even skip when I was 5. Never mind whatever age I am now. Keep forgetting. So yeah, keep fit, keep healthy, keep going. I'm residually fit because I've been on a bicycle for 2 years. Well, that's fair enough. At least you're fit. Oh, lots of stimulant and antidepressant all in one. Well said, Samara. Birds. Yeah. We all say that. So, I mean, it comes from the Met. See those birds over there? My bird says this. Nobody likes it nowadays. Has anyone ever drunk moonshine? Is that's from the American? You know the people. What's the people? Amish people. Amish people. Amish. I think walking is good exercise. It is, Frank. Yeah, but maybe not having the bacon sandwiches. You know, you've got to be sensible about it, haven't you? Yeah, any exercise is good, 100%. You just got to focus on being good. And I just think that we all get there. We all get sort of fit, you know. Well, depending on our age, we're not going to be like we were 21, you know. Oh, Edinburgh Castle, and it was tough. Jesus, yeah, it's always cold there, isn't it? Always cold. Always very cold. Well done, yeah, being on the bike. Amish don't make moonshines too. I don't know. What is moonshine? And let me know what moonshine is. Because that's some sort of spirit, isn't it? I just want to reiterate, and I'd just like to say I'm so pleased that people on here are so engaging, really, because without you, I couldn't have done this for the live thing, you know. I mean, I can do the videos, but this is far more intimate, isn't it? You can see what you want. You're having a dog is a lifesaver, yeah, for instruction. It was made illegally in use so during the prohibition. Oh yeah, I've heard it from that, yeah, the prohibition times. You can't box or skip, stop telling Paul. See, he's not a spirit man, he was pure beer like me. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you're doing. Bob, thanks very much. Give your tea, Bertie bastard. Hope you're enjoying these. As I said before, if you want to leave a super chat, been a couple left already, which is fantastic. We'll keep going a bit longer, or coffee. If you saw me in the street, you'd buy me a coffee, wouldn't you? You might not. Actually, most of the people I used to drink in the pub now despise me, I think. They just turn away. I just laugh. I've got broad shoulders, physically and mentally. It was great at the top. Isn't Edinburgh the coldest place on the earth, though? Waverley Station, Edinburgh. I've never been to a place colder other than Newcastle Central Station in the morning. Railway stations, why are they always so cold? I even was in one in Switzerland a few years ago. Even that was cold. It wasn't winter. It's made to be cold on this all that steel. Right, next question. Anybody had any questions? Oh, this is a strange question. How long did my recovery take? It's still taking place now, I think. Like we sort of keep recovering all the time, don't we? But I feel better now I did when I was 25, to answer that question. Because when I was 25, I was drinking too much. And even when you're young and you're drinking too much, it messes with your head. You feel cloudy head, you feel rough, you don't feel yourself, you're unable to concentrate. Coffee and Morpeth one day. I think that's where you live. I'm actually in Gosforth, but I've got connections in Morpeth. Yeah, we should do that, Ian. Definitely. Our numbers here. We'll get in the WhatsApp group, Ian. We need to all be in this WhatsApp group, actually. Because you might wake up in the middle of the night, right, and think, fucking hell, I've got a question about the drink or whatever, or a question about anything. I wish I could just text somebody. And so there's somebody answer, there'll be somebody about this group because very diverse group of people here. I'm going to say now. Coffee and Water one day. Yeah. Yeah. Another thing is with this group, WhatsApp thing, we could do a bit of networking on there. Somebody's bound to know somebody who knows somebody else who can help with something, get it a bit cheaper or something. Just a thought, Hit the like button. Yeah. Thanks very much. Beef and chicken, yeah. Hit the like button and share them because we can get this good. We've got a core group. I think about 60 now, which is pretty good for a couple of weeks. If I went in any night of the week, I'm going to get 50 or 60 people, which is good. It's a good following that. Considering the channel's only been going 15 months, See if you'll be as big as Mark Goldbridge soon. Who's he then? Actually, I'll Google him. Mark Goldbridge. Is he a drinker or is he famous? I want to be as famous as President Trump, but for different reasons. I don't know what he's up to at the moment. He's gone quiet, isn't he? Trump. Mark Goldbridge, YouTuber. Is he quite well known? Mark Goldbridge. He's got quite a few followers, hasn't he? What was he talking about? President of the United States. Oh, right, something to do with football. I stopped drinking beer because got bloated. Vodka meant less liquid, maximum effect. Terrible stuff, makes you shake like a leaf. Really, God, I couldn't remember that. It did make me bloated, but I just kept drinking. I had a massive tolerance for it. I could just drink and drink. I was drinking them zeros, like the ordinary beer, like I used to drink. Biggest Manchester United fan channel in the world, really. Trump was in Scotland playing golf. See, Frank? Oh, didn't know. He gets around, doesn't he? For his age, he's doing pretty well. He's never drunk, Trump. His brother was an alcoholic, apparently. George Bush Jr. was an alcoholic as well. But he's obviously sober when he had the top job. But he did made it back. See, a bit of an arse of it, like. Moonshine can kill you because every batch has a different alcohol level. Okay, so it's like home brew then, is it? My father's home brew was amazing. The sediment at the bottom you pour it out and decant it. Once you get rid of the sediment, the liquid was clear and absolutely gorgeous, Poor God, I've always thought moving from beer to spirits is a bad move. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't do it when it was that bad. I like the volume drink, you know what I'm saying? And that's what was good. I just liked. I know some people say you don't like the taste. I quite like the taste of lagers, especially as I got older and I tried more sort of more into it, I suppose. I've had this I've had this sort of like really loving the taste of it, you know what I'm saying? It's nice. Sorry about Trump. Moonshine's distilled rye, is it? Okay. Bloody hell, sounds terrible. I feel like I've seen it on films and stuff like that. Let's do this again. But this guy, somebody's struggling here, but I'm not going to it. Right, okay. Isn't 5 pence a Stella the equivalent of half a litre of vodka? Yeah, just about. I think it's about 5 or 6. Yeah, so it's not beer is not any different. I mean, I spoke to the guys in the hospital about the doctors, whether it's shandy. I said, what about drinking shandy? We still, even though we've been through the process of getting well and had problems, we all say, well, what about just having one with lunch or one with a steak? No, what's the fucking point? I've got mates who are alcoholics. Two of them actually. They've been off for about 4 years now. A little bit less than me, but just similar sort of way they've gone. And they're sensible guys, intelligent guys, reasonably educated, well educated actually. Oh, I wish I just have one. Well, why don't one? We didn't have one when we're 20. We're 10, didn't we? If we just had one, we wouldn't be here, would we? We'd be far further on than this, probably. It doesn't really matter what you drink, it's about how many units you drink. It's the ethanol, isn't it? That's what it is. Exactly, Shane. You just took the words out of my mouth there. It's the same damage. Cotton Eye Joe, my last relapse, I couldn't sleep for first 4 days. It was horrendous. Insomnia, my thoughts were the worst I've ever had. Yeah, I agree, Cotton Eye Joe. Not good at all. And, I hope you're benefiting from these. I hope you're enjoying these lives, shall we say. If you are, please feel free to drop a sort of chat in or a coffee or something. If you're just Rachel, I'm on week 3. I've always hated cardio. Good. You're at the gym, you see. You're mixing with good people. You think getting angry and causing a scene on a night out is something most drunks have done. I never did. I think alcohol there's no defense in law. If you're an angry person, you'd be worse with a drink. If you're a happy person, you'd be worse with a drink. You'd be more silly. I was just more stupid. I'd win dancing competitions and trying to take my clothes off and that. It's a bit silly not to take my clothes off. If somebody said, we need the first person to take a pair of shoes off and bring it on stage, I would do that. Once it was the first pair of boxer shorts, I did that. But that was another story. That was in some weary pub in Morpeth, funny enough. Ian knows more. Between, especially waiting for the off license to open at 7 a.m. for a bottle of. Wouldn't touch that stuff again for all Donald Trump's money. Absinthe. Wow. Not good, is it? Yeah, ethanol is not good. It doesn't matter how much you drink, it's what it's reduced to. Yeah, good point. Everyone's got different liver, everyone's got different pancreas, everyone's got different heart, haven't they? My heart's perfect. Oh, perfect, come on. My heart's good, Nick, and I drank a lot. But my liver took the hit. It doesn't matter how much you drink. I think all drugs should be legalised. But I get a lot of government receipts if they were controlled. We'll get easier and easier. Just think rocket fuel used 75% ethanol, 25% water mixed with it. Yeah. Bloody hell. That's bad news, isn't it? Ethanol is not a good substance to be drinking in any form, really. My dad told me a story about when he was in the Korean War. Guy they were billeted with, he used to heat up boot polish and get the residue from that. What the hell's all that about? You know what I'm saying? Residue from the boot polish. Not good, is it? Not good. Okay. Was it Bright Lights, big city that drew you in the drinking? I think so, Andrew, yeah. A lot of it, yeah. I know that's for me, coming from a small Northumbrian village, London was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? It was like, wow, goodness me, this is amazing. The pubs are open long, everyone's drinking at lunchtime. And it was just like party time. And I had a good job and I put a few quid and all that, I just want people to be good, be happy. That's all, man. I've been an angry drunk once or twice. No, Matthew, it's not good that, but it can affect people like that. Always snap when drinking. Fair, well, a little bit of help as well. We strain tins of brasso through a loaf of bread to get the alcohol. Yeah, something like that. I've heard that. What's all that about tins of fucking brasso? I used to know a lad who was on meth. He was a aristocrat type. Actually, used to live in the door of the Regent Palace Hotel, which is not there anymore, in central London. He was like methylated spirit. Matthew, I was banned from every pub. Wow. No, I was never like that. I was decent, but well, not decent. Come on, didn't mean decent. I mean, I never got any fights. I was all right. This is a true statement. A man's true character comes out when he's drunk. 100%. 100%. I used to say it every day when I was custody officer and sergeant in the police station, putting a lot of people in. Personally, I think the big city doesn't help, but it probably started before that. Maybe. The 90s were a bit blast, can't lie. Certainly in my case, yeah. Frankfurtly, some alcoholics used to drink. Oh, the meth. Jesus Christ, the meth in it. It doesn't bear thinking about, isn't it? Not good, is it? You know what I mean? I just think we're all different. You know what I mean? The Brasso. God Almighty. That's Mr. Grey. You disagree? True character comes out when they're drunk. No, I mean I don't know about that. I've heard it be said, but I know that an angry person tends to be more angry when they're drinking. But I'm not 100%. I'm not an expert on that. You know, psychology at all. Could be that. I don't know. Everybody else has got any thoughts on that? I hope it's not true, Matthew. Sleep problems and early recovery. You don't sleep pretty well the first few days, but you will. You'll get back into sleep. And you do exercise. If you do exercise, it will make you tired. You know, some of us used to drink paint stripper. Oh, yeah, I've heard of that methylated spirits one. Yeah, like I said, I knew somebody in London who did that. I didn't know them well. I just somebody I saw. It was a monster when drunk. No, help Alex escape the addiction. Well, maybe maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's not your true character. And maybe alcohol causes you to change character because it is mind altering, isn't it? After all, it does change certain parts of the brain, doesn't it? That's why it's called mind. Mind altering, I suppose. Any nutrition tips during recovery? Eat as much protein as you can. I would say. I've drink plenty of water. And just eat a balanced diet, you know. Now 3 a.m. here in Abu Dhabi, must have my tea and finish my glass beer. Okay, Ian, I'll speak to you soon. Nice to see you. Yeah, Shane, Jekyll and Hyde, quite possibly. I have the fear of the drink now more than ever because I know if I drink again and try to stop, it's the insomnia. Yeah, that's a good point. I used it a lot to try and get sleep when I was on shift work, you know, especially in the mornings of nights. It was a red hot day in Epping and just couldn't get to sleep. Alcohol makes these truthful people lie to their loved ones. Well, it does. It did that with me, definitely. Turns us into we become very secretive because we want to hide the booze. Murphy's Irish Stout. Nice that was. Joe, I had a friend that drank breakthrough, but he said he was okay. He could stop whenever he wanted. Oh, God, yeah. I like that one. Samara's got a funny little joke in there. Andrew read a couple of years ago that the hospitals had to remove the hand wash from the wards because the patients were drinking it. Jesus Christ. Paul, 90s were great. Yeah, I had some good times and drinking, but like someone commented earlier, it's very progressive, never gets better. God no, I've cheap beer here available everywhere. Again, if you're finding these lives helpful, then please feel free to drop a super chat in. Doesn't have to be a lot, or a coffee, and I'm most grateful. There's a few good points here that come out about the drink. The hand wash. Jesus, can you imagine drinking that? Catherine, I'm still wrecked 2 days after drinking. That happens as you get older. It takes longer to recover. It takes longer for your body to detox. Do you know what I'm saying? I just don't think it's got any good properties. I told you. Is there anything good you can think about? I just cannot think of anything that is good about drinking. Takes a week, Bob, to get over it, yeah. That's a very good point. The older you get, the longer it takes to recover. And it's obviously going to still be some alcohol in your system if you start to drink early the next day. But to me, I was asked about this the other day. When you turn into an alcoholic, I think you turn into an alcoholic when your hangovers become withdrawals. And you start to have what was called the hair of the dog to get you through the day. And then the next step from that is to have a drink most days. And then you top up drinking then. And if you start early in the morning, you can't just stop at 9 o'clock in the morning. You feel terrible by midday until you have another one. So it's topping up the drink all the time. And then you're in real bother, then you've fallen off the edge of the cliff, I think. 2 more days, I'll be fine tomorrow. I've been trying to stay sober since 99. The trap, and I'm a relapser. I'm a relapser. But when you become a relapser, you have to get the point where you've got to stop the relapsing because you're going to end up in hospital. You're going to end up dead or seriously ill. Like I was in the ICU and stuff, you know. I just don't want anybody to start to fall over. I just cannot bear the fact that if we can't help each other. There's so much knowledge on here, and your head change, man. Well, thanks very much for that membership purchase. Really good of you. We appreciate all this, so I really do. Every little helps, and every little comment helps. Every little gesture of coffee, sort of chat, membership makes such a difference, to keep this going at, I would say, quite a critical level, fast paced. Anyway, it's quite a fast paced channel, this, isn't it? And I want it to like be good for you as well. And I think we're going to benefit mentally, physically, and just it's nice to have some an interest, isn't it? Other than the run of the mill. A lot of people just do the same thing, watch telly and do it in their own routine. This is not a routine. This can go loads of places. This and get the media involved, no such. Jim, some YouTubers have a thanks option to contribute that I can without doing research. Do you have that? Senior Port. I'll just take a photo of what you said. Then I'll send it to my daughter and see what she says. I think the coffee thing doesn't take much commission. The super chats do take commission. That's because they're YouTube, so coffee's probably the better one. Let me say, Senior John right there. Right, okay, I've got a photo of that. I'll have a look into that. That'll be useful. Thanks very much. There's a lot of knowledge on here, isn't it? Some YouTube thanks option to contribute out of their account without doing so. I'll look into that. Cheers, Senior. But certainly the coffee is only a tiny commission, but I think YouTube tried to create quite a bit. That's just a little way it goes. I mean, I'm thankful for YouTube to get me to this point. Because it's been good. I've saved a few lives apparently, which is good, isn't it? One life even. It's fantastic, Ethan Chicken, thanks for that. The moderator's doing well. What a beautiful gift to buy someone's membership. It is, isn't it? Yeah. Really good. That's something I didn't even know you could do. I didn't know about I didn't know about the membership thing until I started this live the other week. I didn't know about this thing that Senior John's mentioned. So you chose have a thanks open. I didn't know what half the stuff Mariner was on about. I mean, Brasso and all that. I mean, he's knowledgeable bloke. We're all knowledgeable. Everybody has got something positive to contribute. The ones that have negative stuff just get banned, which is the best way. Richard Bruce, the tea and chat was helpful. Thanks a lot for us. Feeling refreshed. Good. I think it's a good time, isn't it? A little night. I don't think doing it at 3 o'clock in the afternoon is going to be much use. If you're tea, yep, you must find your rock bottom before you can climb out of the hole. Stop drinking. Yeah. Yeah, I had to. Well, I didn't have to. Didn't want to. I wanted to try and get some. I want to try and get some medication. I knew that diazepam would help me out with it, and it wasn't available. The rehab wasn't available because we couldn't afford it as a family. I would have been all right, if I'd gone to rehab. I know it because when I went to the hospital seriously ill, I knew it would be all right. But I just couldn't go back on it. Shane, you helped me immensely. Most of your videos every day since October. I said I'm 9 months, so fantastic. Well done, Shane. I said before, so I've got these. There's no ads on these lives now, so pop in, and it flows quite well. If you want to buy a coffee, please do. Or a super chat or something, and I'll work on something else. I don't know if you're going to join the WhatsApp group. I'll give the numbers. I'm just setting up at the moment. Well, I don't. I'm never good with this technical stuff, I'm glad you've been so 9 months. It's amazing, that Shane. Well done. 2 months now. Again, had 6 months last summer. I don't like to think about it. Well, if you're 2 months, just stick at it. Thanks, June Bug. Accent is cool. A lot of people can't understand it. The reason I'm talking quickly is because I'm reading all of this. I try to sort of respond to everybody. I don't like to leave people out. I'm a big fan of, I don't like injustice. I know it might be a bit extreme, that, but everyone who makes an effort to talk then should be acknowledged. What was your top 3 cities to drink in? Oh, probably London, Paris, and Venice. Yeah, I used to go to Italy a lot. I quit vaping nicotine about 2 weeks ago, and it's a pain in the ass. Keep off nicotine. That's easy to get off that compared to alcohol, I think. Well, not easy. I've never smoked. But not many people relapse back with cigarettes as often as they do with alcohol. That's what I'm told. Junebug, still got cravings. Junebug, if you need some help with this, if you go on to the description of any of the videos, the latest few anyway, there's a link on there for one-to-one support. It's only one-off payment enough. I'll do all the follow-ups and all the rest of it, and welfare checks and everything included in that. And there's my number on there as well. Oh, Shane, I got to the point of having enough 42 and felt 95. Now I feel great. Yeah. Your energy comes back, doesn't it? Thanks, June. I think the same. Yeah, I think that your energy levels triple, don't they, pretty quickly. I don't feel lethargic anymore. If my partner needs me or my daughter needs me, I'm there immediately in mind and body, really, because not so much body because my daughter lives miles away, but you understand what I mean. If somebody texts me 3 o'clock in the morning, I'll answer them. If somebody wants me to pick them up at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'll pick them up. Not that happens very often, but do you understand what I mean? I'm super reliable. I think a partner likes that as well, to be fair. I didn't suffer from peer pressure. I used to go and, yeah, people used to say that to me. Now I just tend to bugger off and just laugh. Don't go down that road because they'll just walk away from you and then leave you in a hole because they'll not be in a hole because they're not alcoholics. So I think you know what I'm saying, Rachel. Just be yourself. Look after yourself. You have to realize that life is seriously going to get worse. You're going to end up in prison or dead. You will lose everything. All those you love, you have to fight for your life. Yeah, you're right there. 100% AVRT. Bang on with that. You've got to fight for your life. The doctor said to me once, because you say, I'll get into a mess, I'll worry about this, that, and the other. I'll worry about people who said, unless you look after yourself, you cannot look after anybody else. That's a very good point, isn't it? I would try anything back then. Look, he missed heroin and ecstasy. Wow. Yeah, I don't know how he survived. Then again, Ozzy Osbourne survived to 76. What is he? Look at the state of him. You're younger than that. We're here to help, This is going to be massive. This is going to be massive helpline, this. And we're going to do well of it. We're going to get some notoriety. Be good, isn't it? I think have a bit of a legacy that we all joined it. What date was it? Sometime in July 2025. And by 2026, we're on a stage somewhere talking about it. On TV, if you want. I started drinking spirits 4 years ago because the lager wasn't getting me drunk. Yeah, I never really wanted to get drunk. I was never out of control, I don't think about how long you can go without drinking. Just wake up in the morning and say today I want to drink. That's it. Yeah, good point. That every day, look at it. Frankie, genuine friend should be glad you're off. A genuine friend should be glad you're off. They are 100%. Rachel had to lie at times and say I'm on antibiotics. I did that because I've been made to feel bad. No, don't let them make you feel bad. You're part of the fabulous minority now. Yeah, the elite minority. Because most people drink. We don't. Think of yourself as, just don't need to say this out loud, but just think of yourself as better than them. Walk tall, you've got your posture back, you're feeling looking good, you're looking fit and slim and wonderful and beautiful. That's what you got to think about. Have an air of confidence without arrogance, if that makes sense. You're a better person, Tolerance goes up. I found myself just buying the strongest drink available, vodka and 9% cider as well. Yeah, I never got to that. I was drinking premium beer though. Well, I thought it was premium Stella. Senior John, thanks very much for that super chat. Really appreciate that, Senior John. Thank you so much. Thanks to everybody who's put a super chat in or bought a coffee. It makes such a difference to the channel. It allows me to keep doing this and keep producing the videos and the shorts and set up the WhatsApp group and whatnot, and makes a massive difference. Cheers, John. Paul, alcohol players have it with every single organ in your body. What is there to miss about that shit? Exactly. It weaves its way into every part of your body and life. I get that strict alcohol isn't allowed in my house. Just forget about it. Think of it as meth and think of it as poison. As the Samarna says, rocket fuel, isn't it? Say I don't like drinking in the day. I drank all the time, so I had to try and feel better, It's the best feelings to put the head on the pillow sober, isn't it? It is, man. It's better, even better when you wake up sober. Feeling heavy eyes, everyone. Time to go to bed. Okay, I think we're coming to about it's been midnight. Yeah, let's maybe wrap it up a little bit, shall we? If anyone wants to put a super chat in, then please do. We'll keep running for another 5 minutes. Or buy me a coffee, which is good as well. Either or. Thanks for all your help. You know what I mean? Don't get bored just drinking lager and all. Oh, no, Paul. I drank in the end just to keep myself going. You know, I wanted to stop, I couldn't. It was hard. The board was just drinking. No, I had a bit of Guinness now, but I didn't want to drink. I felt I had to. It was like medicine, you know. My body was telling me to drink, otherwise I'd start to shake and feel rough. And Jerby, I listened to my body in my 20s. I drank vodka all week until I had a seizure. I switched to beer after that. I've had no problems since. Well, that's good then. But Richard, good night. Okay, well, let's wrap this up. I think everyone's a bit knackered. As we did 2 hours, that's good, isn't it? But it kept them moving, and it was very vibrant. That we need to keep this going. And we've got so much to talk about. Between the 50 or 60 of us, we could eventually end up with something really good out of this, you know. Thanks to the moderators who've been elected tonight. I had a few idiots on. Beef and Chicken Paul and everyone else is involved. And so Marina, Catherine, Maya, Andrew, Paul, everybody, Bertie, welcome back. And I'm glad we got rid of the early doors, couple of lunatics, which was good. Thanks, Anne. Great chat tonight. Thanks, Steve. Thanks to Marina. It's good. We'll do it again tomorrow. Maybe start a bit early tomorrow. I'm thinking midweek. I've got a very early schedule next week, so maybe start at 9 o'clock. So on midweek, Sunday to Thursday we'll do 9, and then maybe weekends 10. But I'll put a post up about it. I'll speak to you all very soon. And thanks again for all your comments, all your support, the moderators. And yeah, I don't know where Ryan's got to. I didn't ban him. I don't know how then. Rachel, good night. Matthew, yeah, everyone, say good night, everybody. Great chat tonight. Let's do it again tomorrow. Probably let's try for 9 o'clock tomorrow. I'll put a post up about it anyway. Cheers, Bertie. Nice to see you again. Nice to see everybody again. There's a nice group of regulars here. We've got a good club going. Good night, John Boy. But I never watched the Waltons, you know. Sometimes I've never seen 5.5 years. I've done so muted. Somebody's been muted. I thought I was going to say now. Somebody said to me, "Oh, I've never seen Harry Potter either. I've never seen much television." You know, my girlfriend said, "Have you not seen this film?" No, I've seen it. Don't watch any of that. I've got time. Must be busy in my own thoughts. Okay, folks. Good night, everybody. Round of applause. I'll see you tomorrow, and have a good sleep. Catch you soon. Enjoy your morning coffee. Cheers.